This is Square CC 4078-85, kind of a putty, flesh color kind of color. You just go ahead and zooting out.
Well, I gotta use it. What the damn thing?
Never in trouble. Yeah. Alright, we're just gonna.
Oh no.
We're just gonna put the Carrera on at grain height. But remember, the Carrera is much thinner than anything we've been using. You know, much thinner than even the Intonicino Extra Fine. So, just you don't need a lot. And also, if you have any like real high spots on your trowel, just take your on your board. Just take your margin trowel first and scrape them down. Like I had some big ridges here. I just scraped them down. And then we're just gonna apply that grain height. Again, no need to overwork it. I mean, it's not like the Cadillac where it's going to set up immediately, but it is thinner, so it'll set up faster than the Intonicino. And just finish it out so you don't have any really hard lines in it. Don't worry about a little bit of chatter here and there. And keep the trowel. Now we're keeping the trowel angle low on our trowel again. And see, I only need like that.
Say hi, Zim.
Hey, Stavros.
I think I'll just leave it on till the battery runs dry.
Where all the raw footage.
And then we'll just forget that it's on. Start trash talking.
It'll be like your Blair Witch Project.
Say hi, Tim.
We all need one.
No?
It'll be the found video of the 2014
I don't think so.
disaster.
So we get to see Zim in action.
Yeah. You didn't see me drop that, right? You don't film that on this one?
No.
Okay, good. I think Zim forgot to knock the ridges down on his panel, so it's gonna be nice, ridgy.
Well, Zim likes a lot of pattern.
Yeah?
Likes a lot of movement.
Even when I don't want it, I want it.
Yeah.
Alright, I get it even when I don't want it.
Yeah. You don't even know what you want, but you know you like it when you get it, though.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I leave it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite so far to work with, and what's your favorite sample so far? What would you pick? If someone walked in and said, "Hey, Stav, I love your stuff, but what should I put on my wall?"
Well, for
If they want a matte look, and then
well, let's take this for example. This wall here, right? This is the Intonakino, right? And you see how he showed us that we can actually build some base that looks like rock, and I like the flexibility of this product. I like the matte finish, and I like the fact that you can actually, you know, for example, look at the stenciling. I think that's beautiful.
This is a different plaster that's on there.
Is
It's
it?
like
It's
Carrera
like
or
Carrera,
something, or
yeah.
it could
But
be
that's what I'm saying.
Marmarino or something.
Might be something like that. So they put the stencil over, they rip it off, and they just
Put a
burnish
gloss.
the top over the top. But the potential to get some really classy finishes by putting tone on tone is what I love, because this is it's very subtle, but you know this can be applied in such an artsy way, right? It's just it's a process, right, which is only limited by your imagination. That's what I like. And then apply it to every other finish, I think. For me, that's the potential, right? So I love this sort of, you can look at that all day long for years and not get tired of it, right? There's a couple of finishes like that. That's what I like. Let's have a look out here. What do we got out here? This is another finish it's similar. Very classic look. Love it. Like I said, you can look at it all day long. And you can still do the same as what we mentioned on that one, where you can really get your 3D and, what did he call it? Trompe-l'oeil or trompe-l'oeil, or how do you pronounce that? Trompe-l'oeil. Do you know how do you pronounce that? Sorry, what was your name?
What was that?
Trompe-l'oeil, or how do you pronounce it? Trompe-l'oeil?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, wonderful. It's trompe something. Trompe-l'oeil? We'll go with you. Zim, he's the most confident out of the three of us. Okay. All right, so what do we got here? See this sort of tone, but this is a bit dark for me. What do you think, guys?
I don't like the color.
Yeah, well, and that's all it is, right?
Right.
Finish is nice, but the color's a bit.
That's right. It's a little dark for me,
It's
but you
a
know
little
what?
dark.
I like it.
It's very Dungeons and
This-
Dragons,
It
right?
looks like
Yeah. Torture chamber.
It's a nice warm gray, but it's
Antonakino, right?
Yeah.
dark room.
Yeah. Or,
Antonakino? Is that what this is?
I think it is.
Looks like it.
Here's
I don't know if
Aaron.
there's something smoother over it or not.
Yeah. This one's the high contrast with lots of pattern,
Antonakino first and maybe Carrara over it. you think,
Right.
or-
or something you can burnish and polish.
Yeah.
And what have we got here? This is more the Carrara, right? Really fine marble
Yeah.
dust.
Now I don't know what this Mauritano or where
Yeah.
that word is yet.
Marmarino?
Marmarino. What's
Yeah.
that?
That's just marble for Italian for marble.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not one of our finishes.
It is. It is one of our product lines, right? But I think this one
You got
and the
Carrara,
Marmarino have sort of got the same sort of.
very
compounds,
smooth,
yeah.
polishable stuff.
I think so. I might have to correct all of it on the next video.
This one's even smoother.
Yeah. But they do polish up nice, burnish up nice, don't they? Got all different colours.
Well, you have to have your substrate right for this, though.
Yeah.
don't you?
And this one,
Alright guys, come back.
in Tonacino, is the one we've put 3 or 4 different colours in there. Okay, that's our illustrious leader calling us. Okay,
Yeah, very good tour.
that's enough of this one.
We've given our other satellite boards quite a bit of time to set up. So we're gonna go ahead and, remember, there's not much left in these buckets, but remember, you don't need much, like this probably, maybe that or a little bit more is gonna be plenty. Cause we're doing our,
This is the Tadillac, right?
yeah, we're gonna do that. We're just gonna push it in again.
Okay. So this is coat number,
Well, it's the second coat of today,
second coat for today. Okay.
third coat total.
Okay.
Alright, so remember, we just wanna like force that sand in.
And finish as we go.
Yeah,
sort
just
of.
like once if it's not like closing down, we're just gonna wait a little while for the moisture in this coat to loosen up the surface just a little bit, and then you should be able to close it. So, like I said, it's nice if you can get one person spreading and then one person kind of coming back and closing. See how it changes fairly quickly as just as a little moisture sits on there. So now it's not like chattering and jumping around as much, and we can start to. And I'm also, I'm trying to use that trowel angle that I've been explaining to you. So it's, so it's that off angle, and that just creates less friction and a little less chatter. And so it's just, it's actually just a little too wet. So I've basically been able to close that up pretty well. Now I'm not burnishing it, but just, getting the pour, just getting the sand and the putty to really lay back into that previous, coat that went to set. So we just keep working back over it. Now there's time. In other words, if I was just working this wall by myself, I could start spreading some more. But it's just it's a lot nicer if you have another person. And the skill, usually when we set up like a little bit of a assembly line with the finish where we have one person working behind, we have two people working on a wall. It's not always possible, but when we have two people working on a wall, or even three, it's nice like to create a division of labor so that each person is doing something specific, like within the step, rather than having three people doing all the steps on the same wall, because then you can potentially get into, even if everybody's skilled, you could potentially get into like slightly different styles. Slightly, one person might have a little more comfort level with going in a little earlier than the other, or whatever it is. Usually the most skilled person is the last one on the wall. So you can get somebody can just spread the material on an angle like this, like it did here. Then let's figure you're going to be the most skilled person. Then you can be the one that just kind of, gets the timing right and is able to close this wall. You see, we're just closing it now.
Well, that's quick, isn't it? Just
Pretty
sucks
good
up the
smooth.
water.
Yeah. Like I said, if you have, I generally don't find, even though the moisture picks up pretty quickly, I generally don't find that the Talac isn't staying wet enough for me. It's usually not a problem. But if you're having a big problem, you could have wet the previous, don't wet this coat because it's just, you're way too wet. But you can wet the first coat a little bit,
right.
let the moisture, let it go back to dry looking, but there'll still be a little residual moisture, and that'll just give you maybe an extra, 50% time. You need it?
No, I was
Okay.
watching.
And there you go. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one, but I'll do a little skip trowel on this. We just can have a slightly different finish, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that kind of technique in a shower because the openings will just be a little too eager to
porous.
grab whatever.
Moisture,
the
mildew.
shower is like a
Algae.
bacterial biohazard. Like skin and soap and scum is just flying around in there. So the smoother, the less
It makes
grab,
it sound so appealing.
the less grab your surfaces have.
I'll never have a shower again.
It's a dirty
I'll never
cat.
wash
Maybe
again.
It's just me. I
You have to shower twice now.
didn't
Swampy.
I didn't say you guys.
That's what we'll call him, Swampy. Okay.
Alright. So let's go ahead and do that, and then as soon as you get that done, we'll get the other Tadlac one done, and then we'll take a lunch break.
Okay.
Galen has kindly set up the lunch for us.
Okay, so
I forgot the shrimp, sorry.
we're doing
Tell him that.
that one.
I don't know they're missing anything.
This is what it looks like, folks, before it goes on. so quiet. This is Zim. Completely different style.
Showing you the advanced technique of application.
A very unorthodox way of holding the trowel, but
Spent 30 years in
he is unique. Being consistent with his character. There you go.
See, this is the Cadillac board that I had that little rip in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I left it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it? Can you find it?
You had the rip. See here?
there.
It was on like the bottom. You had a little rip on the bottom.
Oh, well, I don't know, maybe over in there somewhere.
There?
No, that was just I just had the other.
Okay,
color.
well you fixed it.
You fixed it, yeah.
Well, it didn't look fixed though. It still looked like kind of like a rip, but when you let it settle down, it sort of almost like heals itself. It just like expanded back into.
It's right there. What?
Then you cannot leave your material like that.
But
It's too heavy.
I thought you were calling me to talk.
You have to.
Especially on the Cadillac.
I'm relying on you to make
The judgment.
your decisions.
Well,
See, you're going to get distracted by customers who walk in, right?
there you go.
And go, hey, Antonio, I want your attention. Actually, I was doing a GoPro video, the first one I did, and in the middle of, like just towards the end as I'm finishing troweling the ceiling, the customer walks in, hey, Stavros, can you move your truck? And we were having this conversation about the truck in the middle of it. It was funny. I still posted it though. And here's the...
Can I save this? Can I save this after waiting too long?
You can say anything you like.
Save. Can I save
Can you save it? You can save anything.
Alright.
Depending if the love's there, Zim.
Oh,
If
the
you've
love-
got enough love there to save it.
And then put a little more love in it.
Oh, that's pretty much. You've saved it. Just get it flat and leave it.
Oh, it's already starting to...
Yeah.
Started up here, right? So go back and start where you started. In terms of floating.
Okay, are we doing the last one as well?
Yeah, but just let me just let her get caught up and all.
Okay. How goes the battle, Zim?
I don't know.
Remember with the angle?
Yeah.
The high angle.
Is that right?
Yeah. I guess. Let's see how Tim's going.